Hi, welcome back to Halloween House. Hopefully you watched our other video on the Delphi Murders. I went down a rabbit hole the other day and I have so many thoughts on this and I just wanted to share them. Where did my rabbit hole start? I will be reading notes intermittently, putting on and off my glasses. I'm disorganized with my thoughts, but I'll try to muddle through and hopefully you'll find it somewhat interesting. Okay, so I guess my rabbit hole started with Sloan Bella, who is a psychic, and she had a very interesting video up on the Delphi Murders. Whether or not you believe in psychics is, hey, Sapphire, is up for debate. I personally believe in psychic ability and psychic intuition. Of course, it all depends on the psychic. This is the first video I've watched of Sloane's, and for lack of better terms, she just felt right to me. She sat well with me. I didn't get any phoniness off of her. I thought she was very genuine, and
that's really important.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people out there that purport to be psychics, and you just get a feeling that they're just trying to BS you, or they want your money, and she's not giving off that aura
at all. No, and as a matter of fact, it almost ended my rabbit hole because I had noticed about 4 or 5 of her other videos. We went ahead and queued them up for watch later, because lucky us, we'll be getting a blizzard over the next 2 days, so I have to have something to entertain myself with, so I'll be watching probably all the videos she's ever posted, because I don't shovel snow or go out in snow or anything like that.
Only to try to freeze your hair.
Yeah, only if we want to freeze our hair. So anyways, back to the video that she did on Abby and Libby. One of the things that she did clearly get was it's the brother of my teacher.
Yeah, that's pretty specific.
Right. And I didn't think too much of it, but then I noticed the comment that said, quote unquote, my brother's keeper. Well, that says it all. I'm like, what is this? So I looked at the replies, and they made a reference to a Judge Curtis Fouts, who was a former judge, in Indiana down there.
Yeah,
I don't know his full background, but he did resign under some controversy some time ago. I'm not making an opinion on that. I have no opinion on that. But then I noticed somebody had said something about a similar appearance, and so I googled Judge Curtis Fouts, and I was just, my jaw dropped. And but that's my opinion. I'm not making any allegations. I'm not saying anything. I looked at the sketch and I looked at the picture of Judge Curtis Fouts, and you make up your mind.
Yeah, we're going to share that with you
right now.
Wow.
So again, you form your own opinion. I just simply read some comments, got curious, and looked at the sketch and looked at the picture.
Yes, we are not placing any accusations on anybody that we do not know.
We just saw the picture, that's all.
Yes.
That's it, and there it was. So, where are we at in the rabbit hole?
Texts.
So then I discovered another YouTube channel. Her name is Zav Girl. Another, I did enjoy her video. She has quite a few videos up of the Delphi Murders. Very thorough. She did a good job. I did end up watching about 4 or 5 of her videos. One that caught my attention were texts from the person that supposedly found the bodies of the girls.
We're not going to go into each individual text. You can watch her video for that information.
Yes, which we'll link shortly. What I did take away from that was that DNA was found under one of the girls' fingernails. Allegedly, supposedly. I haven't vetted where these texts came from. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that Zav Girl did. She seems to be a pretty responsible YouTuber. So yeah, that would be an interesting video for you to go watch, and again, form your own opinion.
Yes.
And here's that. Okay, so now I want to talk about pretty much the end of my rabbit hole journey, where it pretty much convinced me that I believe personally that law enforcement is aware of who the murderer is.
Yes.
I based this off of obviously the hundreds of hours of videos I've watched, and as well as, you know, Google, reading several newspaper articles and whatnot. I do believe they know who the killer is.
Yeah. They're not really asking for new leads at this point. They do show the video, but they are more talking to the killer. This sheriff is so...
The superintendent, Doug Carter.
Yes, he's so impassioned. This case is his case, and this is the kind of police officer...
And we're going to link that clip.
Yes.
Very shortly, but what we want to say about that is he is not talking to a random individual. Nope. He is talking to a person.
Directly.
A specific person.
Yes.
In my opinion.
This is the kind of police officer you want working on your case, because he is impassioned. You watch him, and he is holding himself back. This man knows who this killer is, and he wants to bring this guy to justice immediately. And right now, there's some piece of the puzzle that's holding it back, and it's killing him. And
even the officer in the background that didn't say anything. I mean, I don't want either of these men mad at me.
No.
Ever.
No.
Because they were enraged.
Yes. These guys want justice. They want this to be brought in front of a judge. They want this to be over for these families, and it's personal to them. And that is so important that's what's going to bring this to a close. But they must be looking for that last puzzle piece, and hopefully that falls into place very soon for them and for the families, because I'm sure they're having sleepless nights as well.
Yes, and so we're going to go ahead and show you that video, and hopefully you can see what we see and come to the same conclusion. I truly believe they know who the killer is, and they just can't arrest him just yet.
Yes, we're praying that they'll have the wherewithal to get that and be able to finish their mission.
Hopefully it'll fall into place for them. But here's the...
To the killer, who may be in this room. We believe you are hiding in plain sight. For more than 2 years, you never thought we would shift gears to a different investigative strategy. But we have. We likely have interviewed you, or someone close to you. We know that this is about power to you. And you want to know what we know. And one day, you will. A question to you. What will those closest to you think of when they find out that you brutally murdered 2 little girls? 2 children. Only a coward would do such a thing. We are confident that you have told someone what you have done. Or at the very least, they know, because of how different you are since the murders. We try so hard to understand how a person could do something like this to two children. I recently watched a movie called The Shack. And there's also a book that talks so well about evil, about death, and about eternity. To the murderer, I believe you have just a little bit of a conscience left. And I can assure you that how you left them in that woods is not, it's not what they're experiencing.
So, quite a powerful press conference. Hopefully you can understand why I now believe that they do know who the killer is. And I'm no expert, I don't know anything about homicide cases. Just know that it's difficult to bring one together. And God forbid they make an early arrest of this guy and it goes to court and he's found not guilty.
Or,
because that's the end of the story. You don't get a second chance.
Yeah, or they find one little discrepancy or anything that it was wavering. It can make it all fall apart. And they really want to make sure that if they have the right person, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I do want to say something maybe a little bit controversial. Hopefully y'all understand where I'm coming from. This is a double homicide. A part of me does hope that when they do make an arrest, that they only bring him to trial for one murder at a time.
Yes.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, that they only charge him with Abby's murder and they go to trial. And for some reason, he's acquitted. Or there's a hung jury.
Mm-hmm.
Or it just, for some reason, they didn't get that guilty verdict. Okay? A hung jury is something else. Yeah, you could try him again. But if he is found not guilty, that is it.
Yep.
You only get one chance. So if they only try one of the murders,
they can come back.
And something goes wrong, then they can learn from that and be like, okay, this is what went wrong. Mm-hmm. Now we got a second chance with Libby.
Yes.
So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, I know you figure it would be kinder to the family to do them both at once, but that is a great point because you don't want some very minute detail to make the case get thrown out.
Yes, so I don't know. It's just my opinion. If you try them one at a time, success. But yeah, that's my opinion. They're just waiting on some small, just something to fall into place. Yeah. That's just my feeling. And so
we're just praying for the families.
Yes,
and
we
the
are.
Police and
we are.
Anybody that's trying to help, that this comes together.
And hopefully it does, and hopefully soon. It's been 4 years, and like we said in the previous video, 4 years is a long time. Mm-hmm. Hopefully something will come together.
Yes.
So, well, thank you for watching. Sorry, our thoughts are a bit disjointed at times, but these are just thoughts that we had, and we just felt like we needed to get them out.
Yeah.
And thank you for Zav Girl and Sloan Bella. We did enjoy your videos. Go ahead and go check them out. Very informative. Worth the watch. Yes. So we do appreciate you watching, and if you could hit that subscribe button and stay spooky.